You find yourself standing at the beginning of a narrow, winding lane that snakes through the rolling hills of the English countryside. The air here is different than the air in the city. It is thick with the scent of damp earth, wild thyme, and the faint, sweet perfume of distant wood smoke. The sun is just beginning its slow descent, painting the sky in brushstrokes of apricot, lavender, and a soft, hazy gold. Your boots crunch rhythmically on the fine grey gravel, a grounding sound that marks your steady, unhurried pace. To your left and right, ancient stone walls, knit together by moss and delicate ferns, guide your way. These walls have stood for centuries, weathered by the gentle rains and warmed by the summer suns. You reach out a hand and let your fingertips graze the surface of the stones. They feel cool and textured, a mosaic of rough lichen and smooth grey limestone. As you walk, the world seems to quiet down. The rustle of the leaves in the hedgerows is like a soft whisper, a secret shared between the wind and the trees. You see a gate ahead, crafted from dark, wrought iron and silvered by time. It stands as a silent sentinel at the entrance to a small, secluded garden. You reach for the latch, the metal is cool against your palm, and as you lift it, there is a soft, metallic click, followed by the low, musical groan of the hinges. It is a welcoming sound. You step through, and the gate swings shut behind you with a gentle final thud, leaving the rest of the world behind. The path to the cottage is made of flat, weathered flagstones, partially hidden by cushions of emerald moss. On either side, lavender bushes heavy with purple blooms lean toward the path, their fragrance intensifying as you brush past them. It is a calming herbal scent that settles deep in your chest. Ahead of you stands the cottage. It is a small, sturdy structure built from Cotswold stone, that distinct honey-coloured rock that seems to hold the warmth of the sun long after the light has faded. The windows are small and framed by white wooden shutters, and a thick carpet of ivy climbs up the walls, its leaves dark and glossy. You reach the heavy oak door. It is solid and reassuring. You find the key in your pocket, its weight familiar and grounding. You insert it into the lock, and with a smooth turn, the door yields. As you step inside, you are greeted by the smell of beeswax and dried herbs. The interior of the cottage is dim and cool, a sanctuary of stillness. The floorboards beneath your feet are wide and made of dark wood, polished to a soft sheen over generations. You walk into the small kitchen, where a large copper kettle sits on a blackened iron stove. You decide to make a pot of tea. The process is slow and deliberate. You fill the kettle at the stone sink, the water splashing musically against the basin. You place it on the stove and wait. In the silence, you can hear the faint, rhythmic ticking of a grandfather clock in the hallway, a steady heartbeat for the house. The steam begins to curl from the spout, a thin, white ribbon that dances in the low light. You choose a heavy ceramic mug from the shelf, its surface painted with tiny blue flowers. You place the tea leaves into a silver strainer and pour the hot water over them. The scent of chamomile and honey rises to meet you, a warm cloud of comfort. You wrap your hands around the mug, feeling the heat seep into your palms, a gentle radiation that thaws any lingering tension. You carry your tea into the main living area. A large stone fireplace dominates one wall, and you spend a few moments tending to the embers. You add a few logs of seasoned applewood, and soon, a small, cheerful flame begins to lick at the bark. The wood crackles softly, a series of tiny rhythmic snaps that punctuate the quiet. The light from the fire casts long, dancing shadows across the room, turning the honeystone walls into a flickering canvas of amber and bronze. You sink into a deep, velvet armchair that sits by the hearth. It is soft and supportive, contouring to your body as you relax. You watch the fire for a long time, the way the orange centers of the logs glow with an intense, steady heat, while the edges turn to fine silver ash. The warmth on your face is like a gentle touch, a comforting weight that encourages you to let go. To your side, a tall bookshelf is filled with old cloth-bound books. You reach out and select one at random. The spine is slightly worn, the gold lettering faded but elegant. You open it, and the scent of old paper and vanilla drifts up, the smell of time itself. You don't need to read the words, you simply enjoy the texture of the thick cream-coloured pages under your thumb. Outside, the light has shifted to a deep, velvety indigo. A soft rain has begun to fall, a gentle patter against the window panes that sounds like a lullaby. You look out toward the hills, now just dark silhouettes against the darkening sky. The mist is rolling in, a soft grey blanket that tucks the valley in for the night. You feel a profound sense of safety within these thick stone walls. The world outside is vast and wild, but here, everything is small, warm, and known. You finish your tea, the last swallow warming your throat. It is time to head upstairs. You stand up slowly, your body feeling heavy and pleasantly tired. The wooden staircase is narrow and winds upward. With each step, the wood gives a small, friendly creak, the familiar language of the house. Upstairs, the bedroom is tucked under the eaves. The ceiling is crisscrossed with heavy, dark oak beams that have held the roof steady for hundreds of years. A large bed sits in the center of the room, piled high with quilts and soft white linen pillows. You move to the window and open it just a crack. The air that drifts in is cool and carries the scent of rain-washed grass. You can hear the rhythmic shush of the wind through the nearby trees, a sound that mimics the rising and falling of a deep, peaceful breath. You prepare for bed with slow, quiet movements. Every action is a meditation. You pull back the heavy covers, revealing the cool, crisp sheets beneath. As you slide into bed, the mattress supports you perfectly, and the weight of the quilts feels like a protective embrace. You rest your head on the pillow, which is soft yet firm, smelling faintly of lavender. You close your eyes, and the darkness is absolute and kind. You listen to the sounds of the cottage, the distant muffled ticking of the clock downstairs, the occasional crackle of the dying fire in the hearth, the steady rhythmic drumming of the rain on the slate tiles directly above your head. These sounds weave together into a tapestry of peace, a cocoon of sound that shuts out the worries of the day. You feel your breathing slow, matching the rhythm of the rain. Your toes relax, then your ankles, your calves and your knees. The relaxation travels up your thighs and into your hips, a heavy, sinking feeling that is incredibly welcome. Your hands lie still by your sides, your fingers curling naturally, your shoulders drop away from your ears, and the muscles in your neck and jaw let go of their last hold on the world. You are a part of this landscape now, as still as the stones of the cottage, as quiet as the hills under the mist. The thoughts in your mind begin to drift and blur, like clouds passing across a moonlit sky. There is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. The journey is over, and the rest has begun. You are safe, you are warm, you are deeply, peacefully asleep. If your eyes are closed and sleep is reaching out for you, let it take you. There is nothing left to do tonight. No more places to go. You have arrived at the most important destination, this moment of perfect, unshakable rest. However, If your mind is still a little too bright, or if the path to sleep feels just a few steps further away, do not worry. There is no pressure to drift off immediately. On your screen, you will find other paths we have prepared for you, other sanctuaries, other cabins, and other quiet corners of the world. You can choose one now, and we will continue this journey together, moving a little slower, a little deeper, until the world finally fades into a soft, velvety blur. Before you go, if you find peace in these journeys, consider joining our sanctuary by subscribing. It is a quiet way of ensuring that whenever you need to escape, a seat is always held for you.